back, and you're going to have a good time. Put your hands together for Shuba Beer! So, everybody's dressed, that's good. And, I can tell that some of you shopped in different places, like you look like you might have shopped in Gap, you might have shopped at Banana Republic. I shopped at Big and Tall, not because I'm tall. Because I'm fat. The truth is, fat people get accommodated to a lot, which is good, because I have a very easy time shopping, I have a very easy time eating. But sometimes, every once in a while, I can use a little bit of discrimination. And this is what I mean. Black people get discriminated against sometimes. Sometimes you'll be like, hey dude, you want to pass me that basketball? No offense. Or you might ask a Jew, change for $1? No offense. Next time we're at a company meeting, we're all sitting around the conference table, and you're like, dude, I am starving. Look at a fat guy and say no offense. Is that too much recognition here? Whatever. I'll tell you who does discriminate against fat people. Bathroom stalls. Public bathroom stalls. That's like being born again. I'm trying to like squeeze through the bush. I'll tell you who's not fat though. My kids, both my kids are both skinny. They're small. In fact, Rena, my daughter, was born at about 5 pounds, or as I like to call it, dinner. I mean, ever since the day she was born, she's been on a mission, and that's to taste everything. Surprise, Rena, urinal cakes aren't really cake. But my son, Ethan, he's a little bit older, and he's trying to look out for her. He's trying to, show her the ropes. So he tries to, takes away the toilet brush, gives her a toothbrush. And she gets upset, and so she cries a little bit. And so he tries to cheer her up a little bit. So he tells her a joke. And lately, it's the same joke every time. Knock, knock, who's there? Mickey Mouse's underwear. Again, and again, and again, and again. Now, don't get me wrong, he's 2, and that's funny, but you know what I mean? Move on. So I'm going to move on. The worst thing, I went out to dinner last night. Okay, back to the fat jokes, right? I went out to dinner, and probably the worst thing that I could have asked for was a Jewish waiter. Because they don't bring you a menu, they decide what you want for you. And then they give you yesterday's food, because it's half off.
What is this, kosher bread?
Yeah, it's terrible. But it's something that I got very used to lately, and some of my good friends know this, is Facebook. I'm pretty much addicted on what we'll call the crack bear.
Thank you.
And with Facebook, you get to keep in touch with people that you don't normally associate with. In fact, a girl that I worked with probably 6 or 7 years ago had a status a few weeks ago, how she moved into a new apartment with her boyfriend, and their neighbor's pipe busted. And so her status said, this I quote this, said, I'm going to do the neighborly thing, and I'm going to bring them some muffins. You want to do the neighborly thing? Pick up a wrench or call the fucking plumber. Muffins? Right? But Facebook is interesting because through Facebook you learn all these news stories, and there was a couple in Israel who actually named their child Like. You know, like the Facebook function, you like something? They named it Like. And obviously, they got interviewed by some newspapers. Who the hell named their kid Like? And their explanation for it, and this is I'm not making this up, was that a few thousand years ago, people named their kids Shalom, which is Jewish for peace, because they wanted to, Shalom means, hello, or I approve, or something along those lines. And so today's definition of Shalom is like. If you ask me, in 10 years on the playground, that kid's not getting liked, she's getting poked. Yeah. All right, let's switch gears. Amy Winehouse, right? She's been dead for, she's been clean for 18 days.
Too soon!
And when she died, again, back to Facebook, people love to talk about how she's in a better place now, and she was miserable down here, so she's much better off in heaven. Does heaven have millions of dollars and rock cocaine? No. But the sad part, it is sad that she's 27, and for the rest of our lives, and forever, she'll be Amy Winehouse at 27, and she'll never grow older, and it's a shame, because society likes to watch celebrities grow older. Like Marilyn like other people. And her image will forever be at 27. She's timeless. And you know who else is timeless and is not dead? Disney characters. Okay, my son watches Disney characters, and they're the same Disney characters that I watched 25 years ago. In fact, my dad watched these Disney characters 55 years ago. I mean, if the laws of nature worked for these Disney characters, I think the joke would be, knock, knock, who's there? Mickey Mouse's adult diapers. I'm Shua Beer, ladies and gentlemen.